Okay, here's your bell assignment for today. Please work on these at your seat. Get them on the board whenever you're finished so that we can go over the answers. You'll have to pause so that the next slide doesn't show up. Lesson 52, Order of Operations. What we're talking about today is a very important lesson to your math career. Okay, there are a lot of problems that you can't do if you don't understand order of operations and know what order you should do your operations in. So, recall that the four fundamental operations of arithmetic are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We can also raise numbers to powers or find their roots. When more than one operations occur in the same expression, we perform the operations in order listed below. So the order of operations is: first, we simplify within parentheses or other symbols of inclusion. Okay? Other symbols of inclusion can be brackets or braces, which is just different types of parentheses basically, so you don't get confused that what set of parentheses that you're looking at. Also, a fraction bar, if you have a bunch of stuff over one fraction bar and then other things below, you do what's on top first and then the bottom. Okay, that fraction bar can also be considered a symbol of inclusion because it separates the top from the bottom. And you have to simplify the whole top and the whole bottom before you can do the division indicated by that fraction bar. Okay, we simplify within from the innermost to the outermost before simplifying outside of the parentheses. Okay, we have to do everything inside the innermost set of parentheses first and work our way out. When parentheses are cleared up, we can simplify powers and roots, and then multiply and divide in order from left to right. This is a big one, especially for middle school kids. It is from left to right with multiplication and division. Just because we say multiply first does not mean that you multiply before you divide. You only multiply before you divide if multiplication is on the left and division is on the right. You always work from left to right. Multiplication and division is in the same step. Same step. See, they're both here in step 3. Okay? And you work from left to right. They happen at the same time. And then 4 is the same way with multiplication and division, except addition and subtraction are worked in order from left to right. Okay, notice again, addition and subtraction are both number 4. It doesn't say add 4 and subtract is 5. It's add and subtract from left to right. And then down here it just shows you, like I said before, your different symbols of inclusion, and here they include your division bar as a fraction. Okay. The initial letter of each word in the sentence, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, reminds us of the order of operations. Please is for parentheses, excuse is for exponents, my dear is multiplication and division, Aunt Sally is addition and subtraction. And I would like for you to pause the video here, make sure everyone gets this written down. This is a good way for you to remember your order of operations. So it wants us to simplify. We said that it goes parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay? And remember, these two and these two happen together. So, do we have any parentheses here? No. So we don't have to worry about that. Do we have any exponents? No. Do we have any multiplication or division? Yes, we do. We have multiplication here between 4 and 3. We have division here between 4 and 2. We work from left to right. So 4 times 3 is on the left. That's what we do first. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then we bring everything else straight down. Now we have addition and subtraction left. We are done with these two steps. or that one step, those two operations. So we have addition and subtraction left, which we do from left to right. So we just, since all we have left is addition and subtraction, we work the whole problem from left to right. So we start with 2 plus 12, and that gives us 14. Bring down our minus 2. 14 minus 2 is 12. Notice how my stuff comes down in this tornado here. Do you see the tornado? I expect, whenever you show me your work, for it to come down in a tornado, just like this. Every single time you work out one of these problems, or a lot of the other types of problems that will work in the future, you should bring everything down each step so I can see what you did each time. If you just give me you punch all this into your calculator, first of all, if you punch it all in your calculator, you will get it wrong. Second of all, if you punch it in your calculator and you just get me 7, well, 7 isn't the right answer. I have no idea what you've done to get 7. You have to show me your work. Each step, I need to know what you did, because maybe you added before you multiplied. Well, if you add before you multiplied, that's going to get you a different answer. Okay, I got to see what you've done. All right. Once again, we have parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. That's our order. Do I have any parentheses here or other symbols of inclusion? That would be a yes, because I have this fraction bar. This fraction bar, this division bar, tells me I have to simplify the top and the bottom before I can do this division. Okay? So, on the bottom, it says 2. Just 2. There are no operations there. That means that I don't have to do anything to that. On the top, however, I do. So I'm going to erase this stuff. On the top, I don't have any parentheses. Do I have any exponents? Why, yes, I do. My exponent of 2 belongs to this 3. I'm going to do it first. So 3 to the second power is 3 times 3, and that gives us 9. I'm still going to bring everything straight down. Okay, so I'm done with exponents, and I've already talked about my symbol of inclusion there. Then I have multiplication and division from left to right. Well, all I have left is this addition symbol right here, this multiplication symbol here, and this division sign here. Well, I can't do that division because I have to simplify the entire top before I can do it. And that means I have this multiplication to do. So I have 5 times 3, which gives me 15. And I bring everything else straight down. So I have one last step on the top, and that is 9 plus 15. 9 plus 15 gives me 24. 24 over 2 means 24 divided by 2, and that gets me 12. Final answer. Notice again my tornado. Okay, I have to see the tornado in order for you to get full credit. Show me that work. It says evaluate A plus AB if A is 3 and B is 4. Now we just took a test over things sort of like this. And that is substituting for those variables. Anytime I substitute for a variable, we have to remember that I have to open up parentheses. Okay? So, my first set of parentheses is A. A equals 3. So inside of that, I'm going to put 3. My next one is also A. So I put 3 again. Then I have B. B equals 4. So I plug in 4. Okay? Now these parentheses tell me what I need to do. I know that our order is parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Well, I do have parentheses, but can I simplify 3 any further? No. Can I simplify this 3 any further? No. This 4? No. So I don't have anything to do inside of those parentheses. I don't have any exponents. Multiplication and division. Do I have any multiplication or division? The answer to that is yes, and the only way you're going to see that is if you use those parentheses to show you, because we know that these parentheses touching means that we have to multiply. So we take 3 times 4 to get us 12. Bring down my plus sign, bring down my 3, and 3 plus 12 is 15. Again, there's that tornado. I have to see it. And last one. If we could pause the video here and let them work it on their own paper. Whenever they're finished, hit play, please. So what we're going to do is the same thing we did before. We're going to substitute for those variables using parentheses first. So instead of x, I'm going to plug in 9. Instead of y, I'm going to plug in 2/3. Minus, on top I have x, so that's 9, over that 2 which is already there. Well, I have my parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Inside of my parentheses, there's not really anything that I can simplify. I don't have any exponents, so all I have left is multiplication and division. Do I have any multiplication or division? Yes. These parentheses touching, once again, means that I have to multiply, and I have this division here. We could say that I have division here, but 2 divided by 3 is going to give me a repeating decimal. Go ahead and punch that into your calculator real quick. 2 divided by 3, and that gets me 0.6666666, goes on forever. We don't want that. So instead, we're going to write this as 9 over 1, and we're going to multiply. So 9 times 2 gives me 18. 1 times 3 is 3, minus 9 divided by 2 gives me 4.5. Now I have 18 divided by 3, that will give me 6, minus 4.5 equals 1.5. Final answer, and again, I have that tornado. Your homework for today is lesson 52, A through G, 1 through 8, and 11 through 19 odd. You need to be working, not talking. Please make sure the assignment gets put on the assignment board. This will be due whenever you walk into class tomorrow. Be good.